And breaking news is coming in that the Supreme Court has prohibited public or government advertisements from using photographs of chief ministers, ministers of the state and the centre and other political leaders. The order says only the image of the President, Chief Justice and the Prime Minister can be used in advertisements. The order follows a petition by Prashant Bhushan's NGO Common Cause. The court has also asked a 3-member ombudsman to make sure that the implementation of the order is carried out. Let's get a word from our Deputy Editor Atir Khan, who's with us on the phone line. Atir, the Supreme Court issuing orders after this petition by Prashant Bhushan's NGO Common Cause objected to the use of photographs of chief ministers and political leaders in public ads. What was the argument that was put forth by Common Cause here?
Well, Simi, this is a landmark direction by the Supreme Court. It's an order. The Supreme Court was of the view that was convinced that these ads are being used by political parties and politicians to develop their own personality cult at the cost of public money. And these ads, which are though government ads, appear to be ads of political parties and political leaders. So the court has taken cognizance on that, and a committee had been formed to give its recommendations on this issue. The court in principle has agreed to almost all the recommendations, barring the special audit, but it has also directed government to ensure that there is a 3-member ombudsman team which is going to ensure that the order is implemented.
And Atir, this will come as a huge blow to state governments, because most of these state schemes that are launched by chief ministers, government representatives put up hoardings on key landmarks highlighting how the chief minister has played a role in first introducing the scheme and then implementing it.
Well, absolutely. Barring the President, Prime Minister and the Chief Justice of India, no other person will be, photograph will be allowed to be put out in these advertisements, because the court is convinced that these ads were being used for political use and that should be discouraged.
Right, and Atir, does it also mean that photographs of other political leaders would also include freedom fighters? Well,
basically this order is pertaining to the government ads. If politicians or if any other person is put out in this, it has to be seen in the light of political mileage. You see, the court is convinced that undue mileage is being taken on the political grounds and for political purposes. So obviously the court is going to take consider that if there are freedom fighters, they would obviously be spared from this. But the idea is to bar the politicians from using government ads for their political use.
All right, the idea is to bar politicians from using government ads to sort of propagate their own cause. Atir, thanks so much for that update. We're going to keep coming back to you for more.